Welcome. Today I would like to talk about the holy place and to talk about that in respect to the design and fulfillment. So, in the Old Testament, God told Moses to make the design, that is, to make the sanctuary, and it's called the holy place. And inside the holy place is the Holy of Holies. And at Jesus' time, there were also in the temple the holy place. And there was that curtain that separated and it kept the crowd or the people from entering. So the way God designed is especially that way, because in the Old Testament God only wants certain people to enter, and so everybody cannot come in, but God had in mind that in the fulfillment time God wants everybody to enter. And so as a man going out to build her house, he made the design of the house, how many bedrooms he wants, how many bathrooms he wants. Then he built the house according to that design. And when the house is completed, it becomes the fulfillment of that design. So today we're looking at the holy place as the design. The fulfillment is the new holy place in a fulfillment way, and I'm going to talk about that. So at Jesus' time there was also the holy place, and in the temple it was like that. And in the holy place there is a table of the bread of the presence in there, and only certain people can enter, only certain people can eat that bread. Now, fulfillment time, God desired everybody to enter and everybody to eat the fulfillment bread. So what happened is when Jesus died on the cross, as is written in the book of Mark, chapter 15, verse 38, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. What it means is now Jesus had died, God has given the fulfillment. From the moment of Jesus' resurrection to the end of time, there will be the fulfillment. So the holy place will be different, but it will also be sacred, it will also be good, but it means everybody can enter. And in the Old Testament, Moses, he went up to the mountain. The people of God remain down at the bottom of the mountain. They cannot go up. And also, only certain people can enter the holy place. And so it's a very special, very special. But God, in his infinite goodness, has in mind to let everybody enter. And so the curtain was torn in two, meaning from that moment onward, from the moment of Jesus' resurrection, the fulfillment must take place. And there are two important things about this curtain torn in two. The first is the new fulfillment people of God can have relationship with God. And presently speaking, in our world, we have the Catholic, the Orthodox, and the Christian. I have to praise the Christians because they understand this very well. They actually, all of them, building up relationship with God. So what the curtain torn in two significantly mean is that all the people of God now can have relationships with God. And that what it means is like they are building up the spiritual mailboxes to receive communication with God, to build spiritual mailboxes, that is to build a relationship with God. And that what it means, everybody can enter. That's what it means. And not only that, the spiritual relationship with God is like heavenly treasure as well. And it can be of the glory of the star, the glory of the moon, and the glory of the sun. And how active you are, how active that relationship is between you and God. So if you are someone who is so active, you go knocking on door, you preach the Bible, and you convert the people, your relationship with God will be so active, and it will reflect on that, on your spiritual body. And your level of understanding the Bible is also the level of your relationship with God. And so your relationship with God in the spiritual, in the fulfillment time, is also heavenly treasure. It's like a spiritual mailbox. You receive communication with God, you talk to God, God answer you, and and so that is one significance of the curtain of the temple torn into from top to bottom. The second significance is that the actual physical temple must have the fulfillment. So in the design, there is the table of the bread of the present in the holy place. In the fulfillment time, the physical actual building of the church must have the fulfillment bread. And that bread is Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ said in John chapter 6, I am the bread of life. And at the last supper, as the Passover, when they were eating, Jesus took bread and Jesus said, this is my body, identifying himself with bread. Because in the fulfillment time, Jesus is the bread, and Jesus is present in that bread, and it must be in the physical church. So I praise the Catholic Church for this, because every single of their church have a sanctuary where they put that bread. And I'll show you the picture of what it looks like. And they put the bread in there, and it's in there, it is in that place. But now the church has a physical place that is replacing the holy place. It just they just call it the altar, but if you can understand, it's just the fulfillment of the holy place, and everybody can enter, but it's still sacred, and it mainly for the priest to enter there, because they have to do the prayers. They have to pray from normal bread to turn into supernatural bread, and they must use the word that Jesus spoke. So Jesus said, take this. He held the bread and he said, take this is my body, take and eat. Whatever Jesus said there, exactly written in the Bible, they must say it exactly as Jesus said it, for it to turn into supernatural bread. So, and that bread is stored in every Catholic church. And in my country, in Vietnam, every church is open during the day, for everybody can enter that place. Everybody can enter and pray there. And so in Australia, certain church is closed because of vandalism. Nobody attending to it. If it's open, bad people come in and destroy the place. And so only certain church is open, but traditionally everywhere the church is open and the people can enter and pray there. That is the second fulfillment of the holy place. So the design is the holy place. The fulfillment is relationship with God that everybody can have, and everybody can enter the holy place in the fulfillment way, in the fulfillment time. So thank you for joining me today.